And it's, it's interesting too that you mentioned that that you weren't a songwriter and you didn't feel like, that was, you liked, the $25 pizza joint kind
Hmm.
of gig is also like when you were on Idol, you really like did sort of break the mold with Heartless,
Hmm.
which is obviously like so many people know that. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know if you still perform it live, but
I did the
I
other night
okay.
in Arkansas.
Yeah, I know, but I know that you like bring people up on stage when you've done it in the past and stuff. Like, it's it was such a big pivotal moment, and I felt like after you did that, you started noticing on American Idol like more of the artists like tried to recreate like what you were doing,
Yeah, yeah.
which really was like you producing and you maybe not writing the song, but like you really took a creative approach that hadn't really been done before. And, we started this by talking about a Tim McGraw cover. Is like you actually like and you were on a cover show, but you did it in a way that like still felt so authentically you.
Mhm.
And even though you weren't maybe like at the time didn't feel like you were a songwriter, like you clearly had the gift for that art.
Yeah, I think I have a taste. I have like a taste in what I like and like the things that make me feel like me.
Hmm.
And so I tried to do that. I didn't always do that with every performance that I did with when I was on the show. But I think that like me doing that Kanye song was literally something I would have done at the pizza spot
Right.
and my friends were listening. Like it was like, this song is rad. How do I play this by myself and it sound like me? And so that was the easiest thing that I did on the show. I wasn't trying too hard. I remember playing it for we have like vocal coaches
Hmm.
and I had a Dorian and Michael Orland and I played it for them and they were like, "No notes?" They're like, "Do you want us to do anything?" And we like, "Do you want the band?" And I was like, "I don't think so." Even though that feels insane to not play with this band that's out there, they were like, "I think it's great. I think it's fine. I think you should be." And yeah, so I do feel like and just growing up playing music and all that, I've always played by myself a lot in my own room. So I know the things that like I'm capable of and I want to sound like. So yeah, it's
Did
always been in
you
there.
did you sense when you did that live? Like, did you sense how big it was, like, in that moment? Could you tell, like, "Oh, this just redefined my place on the show," and, like, I know in interviews, like, and I said we weren't gonna talk about Idol, and here we
No,
are,
it's
but
fine. I'm
you,
fine to talk about it.
mentioned that, Adam was consistent all season, and, he was clearly, like, a front runner, like, early on just because of his vocal abilities and things and his, stage presence and all of the things that kind of came, but was there and maybe it wasn't Heartless, but was there a moment that you went like, I actually I've got this."
I think there were two moments. There was I remember doing Falling Slowly and feeling pretty good about it. Feeling like this is kind of I like the idea that this is a little bit off the wall song choice and then like making it work. I liked that and I felt like I'm at least here for a little bit longer and I liked that. And I would say that Heartless, I didn't know because it was Heartless was top 3. So it was me and Adam and Danny. And I don't I knew I felt good about it and I knew it worked. I knew that like the thing that I wanted to happen
Happened.
worked. It like
Yeah.
worked. I didn't know if it was going to put me into the finale because Danny's so good and Adam is so good and they're very powerful in the way that they present themselves and the way that they sing and so I just didn't know how that was gonna. Yeah, I don't know if I knew for sure, but I knew that I had a chance. Whereas
Yeah.
maybe before that, I don't know if I did.
Yeah. I mean, I do wonder if that's totally true because I feel like I mean, I think that Heartless won you the whole thing. So I like I that's why I was like, I wonder if you could feel it. And also, I know you're like probably more shielded at the time too, so you maybe didn't realize like the reaction to it. But
Yeah, that's a
I
huge part of
remembered
it.
like that was I was like, well, I think he won. I think he just won the show.
I wish you would have told me because no, I felt good about it. I felt really good about it. Like, I think I felt confident. I just didn't know if it was enough to get me to the next week just because Danny and Adam had done so much for themselves. But yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know anything. Like social media wasn't a thing. So we didn't know how like big or not big something was.